Hello everybody. I apologize because I am not in any way, shape, or form a professional YouTuber. I'm actually a novice crafter. I just kind of started diving into this world and I'm really enjoying it. The only reason I'm making this video is because I just got the Minc, which is Anna Griffin's 6-inch version, Anna Griffin's 6-inch version of the Minc, which is kind of like a specialized laminator for applying foil and glitter. It just came in today and I'm really excited to try it, and I realized when I ordered it there were really no review videos that were kind of third-party, non-biased. In fact, I only found one review video and it was by Anna Griffin. So this is just, I just took it out of the box, I plugged it in, these are just my thoughts. I hope if you're brand new like me, or even if you're seasoned and considering purchasing it, that this will help. But basically I pulled it out of the box. I turned it on a little bit ago just to kind of get it warmed up, and it's actually kind of warm to the touch, so I almost wonder, this is a wood table under here, I almost wonder if maybe if you do want to use this for extended periods of time, whether you should put down some kind of protectant. But I should give a little bit background. I'm a college student. I'm in grad school, in dental school, so I don't actually have a lot of money to spare. I kind of try and do things as cheaply as possible, or as inexpensively as possible. So I probably won't be able to afford to get some kind of protector, so I'm just going to shut it off and not use it for extended periods of time, and hopefully that'll be good enough. But basically you come back around here, you switch it on, and then you press this to set it to whatever setting you want. As far as I know, you really only use 2 different settings, which is 3 for the foil, and then 5, it's either 4 or 5, I'll double check, for the gold, or for the glitter. And for the glitter, you have to run it through twice. So you just hit this, you can kind of hear it start to hum and blink, and when it stops blinking is apparently when you can run it through. Okay, so while that's heating up, actually it's already ready, wow, that was really quick. I am gonna go through kind of what else comes with the kit. I purchased the H&N Special, which was $79.99 I believe, and I'm doing it on 3 different payments, which is great. So it's a little over $20 3 times. And then I also did the subscription because she's gonna send out a package of these sheets of toner with her designs 4 times. And you pay a little bit over $20 per subscription. So there's like a Christmas one, there's a Parisian French one, there's like a springtime Mother's Day one, and then I think the last one might just be kind of like a floral one, but I'm not positive. So I'm excited to check those out. I'll probably try and do another review unless there's already reviews on the internet at that time. But I'm going to be making my friend a birthday card. She loves glitter and she loves shiny foily things, so this is perfect for her. So I picked this. This is one of the backgrounds that comes with it. I'm probably going to do this in like the blue foil, which I'll show later, and then I just picked this happy birthday sentiment that also comes, which I'll be figuring out how I want to place that later. Show you. So here's the foil packs. I will say they're really, really thin. You have to be very careful with them. I've never worked with foil, so I think I just need to be careful, because if you can see here, when I was taking it out of the package, I really wrinkled up this front part of the first sheet, and this one right there got caught on the adhesive that comes on the packaging, you know, on like the flip side when you open it up, and so it took off some of the gold there, so that's unfortunate. So I think it's more on me though than the packaging. But there's 10 of each color, and then there's the gold, the, try and get a better light, the silver, the like pink color, which is just gorgeous. I think my friend's gonna love that. This kind of like blue green, and then this rose gold over here. It's almost kind of orangey in some light, but yeah, it's a rose gold. So you get 10 of each of those, and they come in the packages. Like I said, I would just be careful when you're opening this to not get your foil caught in that. And I might actually try and store them in a different way, just because they're so fragile and I don't want to I don't want to mess them up. But you can get refills of these. I have seen some other bloggers use like deco foil, like foil that's not mink foil, and it seems to work as well, which makes sense because this is basically just a laminator. So hopefully that's the case, and which means you can kind of shop around, get sales, things like that. They also come with 4 glitter sheets, which I guess for the price, it's a great deal, but I was kind of disappointed that it was just the 4 sheets. I think it's only 1 sheet in here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, looks like 1 sheet. I'll put a comment if I'm incorrect when I open these up. I don't want to open them up because I'm not sure if it's going to be kind of explosive glitter everywhere, and I don't want to have to clean that up. But it's the gold, the silver, that same kind of pink, and then the rose gold. So I'm also disappointed that they didn't give a blue. I feel like it would have made sense to kind of give the same colors in the glitter and the foil so you could do matching or coordinating cards. But again, the price was extraordinary, so I can't really complain. If you had purchased these all separately, I think it would have been close to $160. So yeah, that's the glitter sheets, 4 of those. There's also 6 of these toner cards, which is so you can use the negative space. Not sure how I'm going to use that yet, but I'm really excited that they kind of printed that. I do have a toner printer, laser printer, I think that's what they're called, sorry. But, you know, it's a lot of ink to print a straight page of cardstock in black. So it's kind of nice that they give you some of these, and I'm hoping that these will be available for purchase separately just because I spend most of my ink printing stuff for school, so it'd be nice to not have to refill my toner all the time on crafting. So then you also get, I believe it's 4. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3. There should be a 4th one. I think this is it. 4. Yeah. So you get 4 different sets of these beautiful Anna Griffin designed card backs or backgrounds and sentiment die cuts. So, you know, you can run these through and make these gold foil, and there's everything from birthday to sympathy. Yeah, so, you know, birthdays, I love you, thinking about you, that one says sealed with a kiss, things like that. And then she also has the background, which here's like an Asian inspired one, just like a geometric one, etc. Kind of like a floral geometric. And then you kind of move over to this package, and it's more of like a nature type, the Parisian kind of thing. Here's an on the special day tag. And I think that's one of the things that really drew me to getting this package is I really like her designs. I've looked at her blog, or followed her blog and followed her designs for a while now. And, you know, just the way she designs is very similar to what I like. There's pretty much nothing in here that I would use for a masculine card. Like if I'm, you know, Father's Day is coming up, if I was going to make something for my uncle or something like that, I probably wouldn't, you know, wouldn't probably gold foil anything of his anyway. But, so just, you know, it's more like flowery, floral type things. Great for girlfriends or moms or, things like that. She even has some just regular, like printed out, which is another thing I really liked about the idea of this is, you know, maybe I don't want to print a whole toner page, but I definitely don't mind printing, you know, something in a beautiful script like this that I can then gold foil. So it's not something, you know, you're not tied to purchasing these. You can make them at your home if you have a laser printer, which is great. Mr. and Mrs. I've got a bunch of friends getting married this year. It's that time of life, I guess. So, you know, this is going to be wonderful for those occasions. There's even some die cut borders, so that will all translate into, you know, a gold background, and you can pop these parts out too, and use them in creative ways if you want. Some more backgrounds. And then, you know, this one is more of the same thing, floral and some backgrounds. So I should mention that there are 2 of each of these 4 sets, so 8 total. And then the last thing, you know, other than like the warranty and everything that the kit comes with is 3 of these like folders that you pass through the machine to protect it while it's going through. Though, I think that's great. It comes in 3 different sizes, so if you're doing a small sentiment, you can use this one, you know, a card, you can use this one, or something long, you can use this one. The thing I got irritated with is they weren't very careful with the packaging, so this actually came like this to me. I don't think it's going to affect, you know, the ability to go through, but again, I'm on a tight budget, and just because I look for sales or deals, I still do expect, you know, somewhat of a quality product if it's being marketed that way. And I think that was just kind of silly on their part to fold it and put it in, you know, to get shipped to me like that, because obviously it's going to crease, and I hope that comes out with time. But you know, it is what it is, I guess. So I'm gonna make a card, my very first video card. That's really exciting, and see how this machine goes and my thoughts on it. Okay, so all I did was I cut the gold down, which is what I want my happy birthday sentiment to be in. And I used scissors for that, and I had some trouble. As you can see, it kind of like was really jagged. It was very difficult for me to cut, so I'm not sure if that's because my scissors are not sharp enough or if foil is just difficult to cut with scissors. But for the background, I did my cutting board, and that was fine. I'm not actually going to move this because I'm using one hand, and it takes me forever to get it back on because I cut it so close. I'm trying to conserve as much as possible just because money is tight. But once you do that, you just kind of carefully close and fold this in half, and it's got a score, which is kind of nice, so you can make sure it's nice and pressed down. So I'm going to set my camera down just for a second so I can fix that. And you have to be a little careful because there's a lot of static between these 2 sheets. So anytime you're making adjustments, like one motion moves kind of the rest of it. So there we go. I got it back into place right there, as you can see. So she recommends that you just kind of flatten it out and then take it as one folder to the thing. So I'm gonna see if I can do this one-handed. Sorry guys. Like I said, disclaimer, I am not a professional YouTuber. Okay. So yeah. So it's supposed to be self-feeding, which is also kind of nice. You can just kind of get it started. And yep, I can feel it catching. I'm not actually going to let go though, just because I have that smaller piece there and I don't want things to shift. But, you know, it's up to you. It's running. So far, so good, I think. Hopefully nothing's shifted. Okay, now I can let it go. But it is kind of nice because you don't have to, like, you know, grab from the back or anything like that. But very hard to do one-handed, FYI. So it's also really quick. Uh-oh. Kind of worried that came out that wrinkly. We'll see if it came out good. Ooh, that looks really nice. The other one's not lifting. That's not good. Okay, well, I'm going to take this out and maybe try one more time. Not really sure what you're supposed to do in that situation. 1 second. Okay, so just for honesty's sake, I did try and peel up the corner and saw that like wherever these wrinkles were did not transfer. I'm just gonna hope that maybe if I send it through a second time, now that I've like kind of pushed it down a little bit more, it'll transfer a little bit more of that. Yeah. I don't know what to say. I thought it was fairly flat on there, but I guess I didn't push or I didn't smooth it out as much. But I am a beginner, so I am still learning kind of the tips and tricks funny story while we're waiting this to go. The first time I stamped, it was so blotchy. I had like missed whole, pieces of the stamp. And I was like, man, is it because I bought cheap inks, kind of, or is it because this pad is cheap? What is it? Or the stamp is cheap? And yeah, it just turns out that I was really terrible at inking up, and now I'm a lot better, so that's good. So, you learn. All right, I'm gonna try and do this one-handed. Man, it would be so much better if I had a professional crew. Okay, so that's, it's looking okay. There's that one, here, I'll just peel it up and then show you. So there's this like one little part where the fold line was, and right here. So she said in her H&M demo that if that were to happen, you can run it through again with like another piece. So what I might do is that nice little scrap that I had. Haha, there it is. I'm just gonna try. We're gonna see, because if I can save this background, I would really like to, just because I don't want to waste it. So I'm gonna cut these up and kind of put them on the pieces. So, okay, so this is in the process of going through a second time. I kind of cut up 3 different pieces to cover some of the bigger parts. There's these tiny little black parts that didn't get picked up. I can only imagine that that's from the wrinkling. I really pushed this down and smoothed it. So and I used 2 hands because it was video recorded. So I'm hoping that that's enough to see. It's still wrinkling up. Fortunately, it doesn't look like it's in the areas that I needed it, but that's a little frustrating. That I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things that as I get better at it, it will be easier to do. But I'm gonna go ahead and peel it up. So that still looks terrible. I'm not really sure why. Maybe it's just because it's, no, well, that doesn't make any sense. I was gonna say maybe it's because it's such a small area, but some of her sentiments are thinner than that. That didn't transfer very well either, so you can still see like the black bits. I don't know. All in all, I'm really kind of disappointed. There's like this massive streak right here. I don't even know if I want to use this as the background for this card, because it's just gonna look so bad. The parts that did transfer look gorgeous. I love it. But that one streak and then those 2 big spots. Don't know. I do know that the sentiment came out perfectly, so I don't know, maybe it's just the sheer amount of area, or I didn't press it down right the first time. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and post this review though, because if you're a beginner like I am, or if this is the first time you're doing this kind of technique, just be weary that it may not look as easy as they made it look on the HSN special or wherever you may have heard of this product. I still think it's a fabulous product. I'm gonna have to tinker around with that, maybe do some blog searching, see if anybody else has kind of had this problem and see how they've resolved it. But I pressed pretty hard both times to smooth out anything and still had issues. So I will keep you updated if I find any tips that work, but hopefully this gives you an introduction to the product. You can kind of, oh, it's so beautiful, get a feel for whether you want to purchase it. I think right now this whole package is now $99.99, so it went up by $30, but I think you can just purchase the Minc. Heidi, oh, I'm blanking on her last name, she also has a 12-inch Minc that's just the Minc itself, none of this added stuff. I think it's over $100. I think it's $115. But it's a 12-inch. So if you're more of a scrapbooker, that might be kind of your avenue. But yeah, I'm happy with the idea of the product. I'm not happy with these specific results, but I don't know if it's because of me or because of the product. So we will see, and I'll keep you updated.